you for joining me again this week. This week we're in the retiring room, which is a small room behind the House chambers, and this is the place where legislators come and eat dinner and take their breaks, watch the Senate on small televisions on either side of the room to keep abreast of what's going on here at the Capitol. It's a beautiful room, and I'm glad you're getting a peek at it. Today is Arts Day on the Hill, and we had arts advocates in my office and all across the Capitol. Music, visual arts, performing arts, all of it is represented on Arts Day on the Hill. And it was quickly followed by a visit from Judy Oley, one of our county commissioners, who's up here at the Capitol today to talk about some of the water projects, some of the county initiatives, and preferences for the bonding bill. Today was also significant in that the February forecast was released. The governor held a press conference in room 15 here at the State Capitol building earlier today, announcing the budget forecast, and we were pleased to see that it had gone up another $323 million. What that means is a $1.1 billion total over the projections. And so what happens then, and the governor was quite clear about this, that the amount of money that we have, this extra 323 over the projection, will go to pay back our cash flow and reserves first, as the November forecast was targeted for, and then the rest will be allowed to help pay back that K-12 education shift that we made. While it won't completely fix it, it will fix about 11% of that shift amount and allow us to, instead of have a 60%, 40% payment this year and next year, it will be 64% this year instead of just 60%. So I think it's a small help, but certainly working us in the right direction. We should also mention that we still do have a 1.2 approximately billion dollar deficit projected for the next biennium. So while this is showing a strong recovery in Minnesota, it certainly has been very slow, as was predicted, and it continues in the right trend, however. And so we're hoping that next session we will be able to come in and perhaps not have the very large amount that we had this year to deal with, but a much smaller amount. And in fact, we can continue to hope that the economy continues to turn and move in the right direction, and maybe that amount will shrink even more. Another K-12 issue came up this week, which was school start prior to Labor Day. As many of you know, it's an issue, a bill that I've had, and an amendment I passed actually, or I tried to pass here on the House floor several years ago, and it failed by just a couple votes. We're giving it a try this year. I'm not the chief author, of course, but I'm a co-author with Representative Connie Depke. It passed, as it did when I had the bill. It passes out of K-12 policy quite easily. The issue then is when it comes to the floor, and the Iron Range delegation and some of our northern friends who are concerned about the impact on the resort industry pull that bill or vote it down. And so we're going to give it a try again this year. I think you'll see some action on that here in the next week, as well as a few other bills dealing with K-12. I think in the future I'll talk to you about some bills of interest to our area, but for now I'll sign off. See you next time.